Borderlands 4 needed to be good. I mean, with all the complaints from the last two titles, and with the new price tag of $70, we really didn't know what to expect. And I can't lie, I really didn't expect much from Borderlands 4. I expected the game to really just do what the last two titles did, which is just give enough for the fans for them to be satisfied enough to have fun, but not to hold up as one of the best titles in the series. And let's be completely honest, they really could have went this route. But the amazing thing is that they didn't do this. Borderlands 4 starts off in a bit of a strange way that we haven't really seen for a long time. The game takes itself serious, which is kind of a surprise if you've seen anything from the last two games. Borderlands 4 doesn't feel silly. It feels gritty and grimy. I mean, the game really feels like it wants you to take it seriously, and it's pretty hard not to. The game's story is actually pretty good. The characters you meet throughout the series are pretty likable and are actually new this time. Sure, there are some returning faces, but not like what we've seen in the past where they're trying to cram in as many past characters as possible. The story also has you feeling real danger right off the start. Unlike the other past games, it really feels like there is a real threat out here. Not just for yourself, but for the whole universe. One thing Borderlands 4 does amazingly is the gunplay. Shooting in this game just feels really good. So much so that the combat feels better than any other Borderlands in the series. This Borderlands does what Borderlands 3 combat did, but better. Your abilities feel good to use. The animations for them look amazing, and overall, it just feels good to enter gunfights. Personally, I try to avoid gunfights in most games, but in Borderlands 4, I can't wait to get into the next gunfight. It just feels wonderful. Another big addition to the combat is that the launchers are now in their grenade slot. This is one of the best choices to the game that I've seen. The launchers feel more powerful than ever, and it's one of my favorite things to use now. It would be a little bit hard to talk about Borderlands without mentioning the elephant in the room. The optimization for the game is dog shit. The game runs terribly, and there should be no excuse for it. Personally, I have a 3070 Ti, and the game has to stay at low settings, 1080p, and it won't go above 60 FPS. And to be fair, the game does look wonderful. But to be honest, no game should ever run this bad, and especially not a AAA game, and super especially not a Borderlands title. And honestly, it feels pretty insulting given the fact that the game was pushed out weeks earlier because they told us everything was ready for the game. But like what everybody else has experienced on PC, they could have used those extra weeks to optimize and fix some of the biggest bugs in the game currently. And another big spit in the face is the discussion page on Steam, where we are told the reason why our game is running bad is apparently because we haven't updated our drivers. Wow, thanks Gearbox. I haven't thought of that yet. It really is insulting. And all we can do is hope the best that some optimization is pushed out for the game because currently it's really hard to run. Overall, this game is not like any other Borderlands, especially not one we've seen so far. The game cut a lot of the quick laughs for a more serious and gritty tone for the game, but honestly, it really paid off. They redid the things most people complained about while keeping the gunplay players have loved for years. So, if you really like Borderlands 3, you will love Borderlands 4. And if you loved Borderlands 1 and 2, I really believe you will love Borderlands 4. This game doesn't feel like a quick cash grab, but is instead something that has been brought back to us to love again. Old and new players alike. If you like this video, feel free to come check out some of my other videos on the screen right now. I also stream a few times a week, so feel free to drop by and come say hi. And as always, thanks for watching.